Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Board Game Organizer series that we're doing here at Meatbology. And appreciate you watching the channel and checking it out. Hopefully, this is some new content, some different content than you normally see. And I'd like to show you because today is going to be, I think, this is the third one in our series that we're going to highlight. Again, when we start talking about Board Game Organizers, we're talking about STL files, 3D printing. This is not a 3D printing channel, but what we did is take advantage of these great designers and folks out there really putting together great organizers for us, because what organizers really do, bottom line, is they bring the games to the table faster. Not only that, but if you want to do multiple games in a night or a weekend, whatever, it makes it much more easy to get the game out on the table, played, and put back away. So we're going to start on this one. This is, I guess, number 3 again in the series, and we're going to bring it up right now so you can take a look at it. This is DUNE Imperium, and DUNE Imperium. I will actually place the organizer's information, link, and everything to this. Now, again, this was the past couple we've shown has been Etsy, where we've put a little bit of money into it and paid. This one is not. This was actually a freebie off of Thingiverse, and I will again display the link down below so you can take a look if this is something you think is valid to you as well. So, first of all, we'll pull this up here so you can take a look. So DUNE Imperium, as you know, when we talk about specific designs, again, what we're always looking at is one of 4 things. And I think we've shown this in the past videos. One is the design. How does it look? Is it fit really well in the box? Just the quality, and even maybe some highlights of some cool things that they've added or done as well. 2, we talk about lift. And lift is, again, how much further it is from the box. As you can see here, as I place it, I'll put it back on so you can take a look at it and see that in this one specifically, there is little to no lift whatsoever on it. So if you take a look at there, this is the end of it. No lift showing on the game itself, which is really good. Third is the storage placement and how well it can store either upright or flat. Flat is easy enough. Most organizers do that, but we really look for something where we try to put our games up in a bookshelf like situation. So it needs to be protecting all the bits and pieces when it goes upright as well. And the quality of that is important. So we'll look at that. And then fourth, lastly, is design detail or description of how to put it away, because some of these aren't as easy as just popping them in, right? They actually show where it's placed, how it's placed, and so forth. So if a designer does that, puts that out there as well, and that's excellent. We appreciate that as well. So again, let's go back to this, and we'll show the DUNE Imperium board. This is a standard box that you can see here. Again, when you first open it up, you'll notice everything's perfectly in line. There's a lot of pieces. By the way, this has both expansions in it. It has Mortality, the original Imperium, as well as Rise of the X. So you can see all of these fit nicely in here, some of the additional pieces. And so check it out. First off, on top is the main board, the original board on that. As we remove that, you'll see that there's the expansion boards placed nicely and snug as well in here as well, because it has some notches. If you'll look on here and see that they all kind of fit. This other board removes as well. It fits nicely in this section here. Now, take a look at this, how well this is laid out. There's a lot of bits and pieces that if you've played the game, that it's not easy to pull out and put away, but now it's very, very easy. So first of all, in this section here is a nice little held area for all the player cards, character cards, and player support review cards all in here. Then if you take a look, we have a series of small. Now this one, when it took, I can't remember exactly how many hours, but quite a few, but a lot of it had to do with just multiple pieces that we had to do on it. So for instance, where to start, I mean, the easiest, we can go right here to the extension cards that are a part of, I believe it was the X game, Rise, yeah, the Rise game expansion. So you can see how well it fits nice in there, and it has ways to pull them out easily. You can either set them on the board by themselves separately or pull them out on it. Next, we have these simple little small yet very functional card holders. And the reason why is that it really separates everything, because everything has to be separated when it pulls out. So the reason why I really like this game and this design is because it really separated everything already for you to go. So same thing with this, easy to punch out or to pull out from here as well. Then you'll notice there's a smaller, even smaller version of it just underneath. And again, why? Because he didn't want to have lift in the game, so he produced it and put it together that way. All right. Other side on here, you'll see that there's a double stack, right? As far as layering of this and why you can have one on one side of the table and then one on the other side of the table for folks as well. So that's would go in there. Then you can see on the ends here, there's two different holders. And the nice thing, if you take a look here, you'll notice they have symbols on some of them to show what goes in there. So in this case, these are the control the spice, some of the extra cards and some of the removed cards, right, that are in here. This also holds some of the additional board tokens, or I should say, yeah, token overlays. This is for your 1 or 2 player game, right? This is the house cards. You can see all in here, and they fit nice with all the extensions that went into it. Here is the intrigue cards. You can see see that there, the logo that goes there. You know they all fit in here nicely. And if you'll notice, they have a nice angle to them as well. So when they place in, they don't just go flat like this, right? They actually angle down. So you can use this if you'd like to pull them out, or certainly easy enough to grab and put away on there. That is that piece. And then from there, let's see here, put this back here. And then you will see that there is this piece over here. Now this is full stacks of cards. This is where all your cards are held. I have it in a very tight, very thin though, actually not very good covers, but on them as well, card protectors. But they fit nicely in. Now I will say there's not a lot of room in this. So if you do heavier card protectors or something that would require a little more space, you're going to run into some issues. So if you don't protect your cards or have them very tight to the cards, then you should be all set. If not, you may have to do some modifications. But you'll notice that they have really cool little stands, like leg stands, to to really make sure everything's at the right level for it. Here's another one, easy to pull out. You can see the handle, how easy it is to pull this out, or in this case, grab them both like that. You can do that as well. It goes in nicely, and this is the bottom of the box, you can see, so it fits nicely in here. Here are your 1, 2, and 3 conflict cards, and you can see on there how it has the 1, 2, and 3 symbol on it. There you go. And then how they're broken out 3s, 2s, 1s, and of course we have some extra intrigue cards for the expansions to place in here, which I could put actually into this, but I keep them separate in case we don't want to use them. And it takes, again, about the time of putting it to the table. Here's a general token tray. Again, could this have been a little better? I think so, as far as like placing them. But when you talk about spacing, they didn't have a lot of space. So really, he just took the opportunity to put some of the character additional cards, and of course the faction main tokens into this. Nice thing again is it stays though. They don't fall around even when it's on the shelf. And we talk about this. Now this is a great unit for bookshelf storage as well as flat. We talk about the lift, right? No lift on it. The design is very, very nice. You can see here. So here's when he's talking about what about the players? Every player piece, as you can go through here and see what they do. And again, folks, as I've said many times, I do a lot of stickers as well for my games. So it's important for you to, if you're interested in that, I can put the link down as well. But this is makes the game look a lot nicer. And the beautiful thing about this, look, they even have a spot for your starting water on it. The 3 guys, your garrison ships, all the other tokens for the placement on the board, and your armies as well. Plus, again, I use these, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that very well, but yeah, the different factions as well, the cubes that you would place on the board. Now, check this out. So what else comes here, if you slide this out, and this is slidable, and it has grooves on it as well, it has a place to put your flags and your addition, plus everybody's starting cards come out like so. So underneath this is a sliding mechanic to where you can start all your basic cards. So you literally just go in and grab one of these out of the box. All 4 of them are ready to go, and you simply pull them out of the box, and play and hand them to the players, and you're set to go. So I went through the whole thing again, very well laid out situation. It goes over here, it goes back in very easily. There's these notched areas here where you might see that they all get placed in a very specific way so that when the final box goes in, it's I should say final box, when the cards go in, they actually hold and protect very well here, like that. Again, we start putting layering these on. This holds here. This goes over here. Now, I wasn't quite sure on this. This didn't seem like to have a spot. And the one thing, I guess, on the design layout, it never really stated the positioning of this one. So I'm really not sure. That's probably the only negative. If you do notice, folks, here is that everything was done, but this part of the section of the original box is remained. So keep in mind, they do discuss when you put this together that you maintain this. It's probably hard to see in the light. There you go. The original side of one of the boxes. And again, I think you just cut it and it just puts it up against there. So he didn't need to utilize the whole box, even though I said it would have been nice to find a way to maybe put something here for a better way to store these, like on this side. But again, I didn't make it. It's a beautiful design the way he did do it. So I wanted to share this with you as well. And then finally, the main goes over as well, and it snugs and holds very well against that. The rule books back in and placed down, as you can see. And again, no lift on it. You hold it just like this. Bits and pieces stay together because they are all tight, put well into the box. So there you have it. There's another example of a board game organizer for DUNE Imperium with the 2 expansions as well. We're probably going to work on the Rise, their newest version as well next. Maybe we'll showcase that as well. But great little piece. Again, all the information will be down in the below information if you're interested in downloading it. And if you have a 3D printer, want to create it yourself, it's fabulous. So we really appreciate you watching the channel, and there'll be more to come just like this. Thanks so much.